Hi, thanks for clicking through. Too many people wake up feeling uninspired thanks to spending too much of their time doing something that quite frankly they hate, thanks to remaining in unfulfilling jobs. And it's even worse when that unfulfilling job becomes so life-consuming, there's not much chance of doing too much else. Seriously, how can anyone expect to feel fulfilled, let alone inspired, living like this? And that is why I decided to go further down the rabbit hole and ask myself this very same question. Why was I sticking at a job that I felt was destroying my soul? I now realise that I placed a lot of responsibility on feeling safe and secure on having a job, any job, because one, it gave me income, and having money definitely helps to feel safe and secure. And two, working a job that caused so much struggle actually fed a deep-seated belief that was installed during my childhood. And that was that as a responsible adult, work was meant to be something you hated going to just to earn income, no matter how soul-destroying it felt. Essentially, I was keeping myself safe by remaining on familiar grounds. Now, it's fair enough to want to feel safe and secure, it's a basic primal need, but at what expense? There has to be a better way, because personally, spending so much time feeling angry, miserable or numb just for a paycheck was no longer acceptable anymore. And then there's the issue of needing some sort of inspiration. I reached a point where I'd lost it all, not to mention the joy in my life, even with alcohol. I came to a realisation that I had no real idea of what I enjoyed anymore. I knew this was not the life I came on this planet to live, so it was time to prioritise happiness. And sticking at a job that pushed me past the point of feeling angry to end up becoming numb, which I knew would lead to a place I really didn't want to go, was no longer an option. I remember questioning everything I did and discovered I didn't really do anything just for pure enjoyment anymore. Much of what I did was simply because I had to. The time had come to do something because I just wanted to. It took a bit of soul searching to figure it out, but eventually I ended up doing something that I loved to do as a kid, before the major responsibilities of life kicked in, and that was horse riding. And I absolutely loved it. I truly felt like I had come home. But don't worry, I won't bore you with the details about it. But what I will say is if you can relate to how I was feeling about having to connect with your own joy again, then I can't stress enough the importance of finding something or just reconnecting with something you love to do just for you. The other thing I did was that thing that all happiness advisors promote, and that was to focus on having gratitude for all the good things in my life, no matter how small. And I truly believe that it's thanks to feeling joy and gratitude again, the law of attraction kicked in. It took feeling some kind of joy to attract something into my life that had the potential to bring even more joy into my life. Not to mention eliminate that thing that created so much discomfort. I came across an ad for a book that explained one of the best models to use to create a business using the internet that could provide a lifestyle that involves doing more of the things that create fulfillment in life. But what exactly does that mean? A mentor of mine, Stu, who you'll meet soon, defines fulfillment as the right balance of being happy in the moment whilst having something to work towards. Now, it's pretty hard to be happy in the moment when doing something unenjoyable takes up a big part of your life. But there's a saying that goes, if you want things in your life to change, you have to change things in your life. I knew I had to make a big change to ensure I created that zest for life I was craving. So the only way I knew I could do this was to learn new skills that would help me create my own business because nothing else out there inspired me. The thought of being my own boss and being able to schedule my hours to make sure I could do things I wanted to do without being interrupted by work was a massive motivator. Not to mention I could actually work towards creating my own dreams. That's a whole nother video. Anyway, it was time to prioritise me and the way I felt because God only knows what type of things I was going to attract into my life if I kept feeling the way I was. And if I kept following the low road I was on, I knew I'd only end up feeling worse, a lot worse. This is why when you enter your name and email address on this page, I will start by sending you information about the best type of business to start on the internet that can bring fulfillment back into your life. And I'll let Stu elaborate on that in the video below. But the most important thing about the videos I will be sending you is that you'll start to gain an insight into the community of people I'm learning from and connecting with to achieve my life of more fulfillment. I can't stress the importance of being connected with mentors as well as a community of like-minded people who are all essentially working towards living more of a life they love. So understand the importance of doing the inner work as well as the outer work to get anything you want in life. Because from what I've seen of any type of success, it doesn't happen without investing time and effort in oneself. The entire community know this, and that is why there's so much support from both the mentors and other members who are on various stages of their success. It's all about becoming the best version of yourself, and believe it or not, working towards creating a business on the internet to achieve more fulfillment in life will actually push you to places you'd never expect. It has certainly revealed limitations within myself, but thankfully the community have been there to help me overcome them. If you're anything like me and concerned about whether or not you've got what it takes to create the dream life you'd love to live, something I've discovered on my journey is that once you take the first step and get the ball rolling, there seems to be that divine intelligence that has your back and guides you to where it is you need to be or what it is you need to do next. It just takes getting started. So if you believe you've got the drive and the desire to achieve the dream of waking up inspired thanks to living a life filled with more fulfillment, and if you're willing to do both work on yourself and learning of new skills, then fill in your name and email in the space provided. Stu will explain the best business models to take on that allow people to focus on things that interest them and once set up can provide people with the time freedom they need to prioritise doing more of what they love without having to sacrifice that time for money. Feel free to scroll down this page a little to hear a few words from Stu before diving into the on-demand video series. As mentioned in my previous video, I will then send you information that has helped me in my journey of creating fulfillment in my life, as well as my journey, the ups and the downs. It's all complimentary, so there's nothing to lose but potentially a lot to gain. Enjoy the videos and remember to scroll down a little further so you can hear from Stu. Oh, and if you don't happen to get the videos straight away in your inbox, just check your junk or your spam mail, it may be there. Anyway, thanks again for your time. Thanks for hearing out what I've got to say. I really do hope it gets the thought process going and yeah, you check out the videos at least and just check it out for yourself and see what you think. Ciao for now.